I built 4 AI features that you can implement in your product right now to switch from passive UX to an experience personalized for each user. Most products still treat every user the same, or at least every type of user, but we all know that predefined user types cannot possibly cover all user needs. Imagine a UI that is crafted for each specific user to show them exactly what they need, based on their intent, or an onboarding experience that changes based on the user goal. You can even implement AI in the mouse pointer to help the user with anything in the UI based on their specific context. And finally, let's get rid of the old boring search and provide users with AI-powered search results that are based on their needs. Notice how the user is at the center of each one of those features, because user experience is what's going to set your product apart from the competition. I carefully crafted the prompt for each one of those features so that you can implement them in your product in one go. My name is Jad. I'm a long-time UI UX designer, and I use AI in whole new ways to make better products. Make sure you sign up to my newsletter to get the full prompts and workflows for free. Let's start with adaptive UI. This is the most exciting one to me. I made a whole video about this feature last week, but I narrowed it down and I built a prompt that can implement the whole thing in one go. Basically, we're applying this equation to any product. User intent plus product data plus predefined UI rules equals adaptive UI. To capture the user intent, you can use many ways, but my favorite one is just simply asking the user what they need. That adds a tiny bit of friction, but the results are the most accurate. Here's the prompt. You just have to enter your personal product info between the brackets. Here's the example that I'm using. This is the only prompt that you need to customize. The other 3 prompts that I'm going to show in this video, you can just copy and paste them and they will be implemented without any customization. So make sure you define what the data set is. It could be static data in your website or connected to your database, or you can even give it custom data for this feature specifically. Then finally define what the UI should look like as a structure for the custom UI. With this one prompt, your website is going to turn into an interactive custom solution for each specific user. In my example here, I have a website that allows people to find AI tools for building products. And here's the result. I'm explicitly asking the user here to enter their role, what they do, and they can enter a custom role. They don't have to select one, but I offer the most common options as presets. That way it's easier for the user to select one. And then once they select a role, AI will generate intents based on that role, no matter what they type in the role field. And the user will have the option to select one or type a custom intent. And that will result in a UI that I defined. I wanted this UI to look like a workflow with AI tools in each step of the workflow. And you can notice here the text and the workflow is custom based on what the user typed here. So I selected generate high fidelity UI mockups and it's showing me exactly that microcopy, and the workflow is all related to that specific intent. So that example is on the whole website level, where I'm asking the user who they are before they even enter the website. Another example is implementing it inside the website, like this recipes app here. All I did was give it that prompt and it added a button here to plan a meal for me. Once the user clicks that, they will see the options to select what they are planning. They can type anything they need. And the AI will use all of the data from the recipes on the website to generate a meal plan customized for the specific user. So you can apply this feature inside the website or as an entry to the website. I made a whole document with these prompts and how to use them and where to use them and things to be careful about. You can get this document for free just by signing up to my newsletter, and you'll find the document in the welcome email. And if you already signed up, thank you, and check your email. Alright, next up, let's get into the magical side of UX. You can now easily implement an AI assistant in the mouse pointer of your product. The cursor becomes a smart guide that explains the UI based on user context. I wrote this prompt and it should work on any product. It will add an interactive assistant that helps the user exactly where they need it. I added some styling requirements just to make sure that it always looks good, but feel free to customize the prompt based on your product. I'm also defining the behavior and the user interaction and all of the different states that this feature is gonna have, like what happens on hover and what type of content should it display. This is great for large products where customer support is a bottleneck. It replaces long tutorials and gives help exactly where the user needs it. Here's what I got just by giving the prompt to Gemini AI Studio. Here I have a budgeting app and it added the AI help button at the top. Once activated, I can now select anything in the UI and it will give me custom help and guidance inside of this interactive element. This feature is fully integrated. It understands everything about your website. That's how I wrote the prompt. I made it leverage all of your data to help the user in the context that they're in at any given moment. I also tried adding it to my website as well, and it's giving me really cool, accurate results because it knows everything about my website. It can easily explain anything. If you're using any AI to build your website or your product, try these prompts. They're super fun and they will dramatically increase the user satisfaction on your product. Now let's get into onboarding. Instead of giving every user the same product tour or demo, AI will create a custom path based on the user goal. I built this in a way that it fully integrates with the product. That means AI can take actions along with the user to show them exactly what to do. This solves a huge problem with new users, especially for complex platforms. The AI will understand exactly what the user's goal is and then builds a guided experience to walk the users through their first few tasks. You can look at the prompt to see how this is structured and how integrated it is, but basically we're using the user goal, which the user can specify in natural language. And then we're getting the product context and the available features and building a personalized path. I'm also defining the framework and the limits of what it can do and what to avoid and how to integrate with all of the available data and all of the available features, and a bunch of other rules and requirements to limit how this feature performs because we want it to be predictable. We don't want it to go wild. So yeah, just copy the whole prompt, try it out, make any modifications you need. Here's my example. I gave the prompt to the same budgeting app and it added an onboarding section at the top where it's asking what I'm trying to accomplish and I can type anything I want. And then it will take me through the steps one by one. But this website is not fully developed, so it's not fully integrated. Let me show you a better example. Here I added it to a retail agent dashboard. So this dashboard has a backend and it's fully developed. So the onboarding agent here is fully integrated with the system. And check this out. I can select my goal and then it will create a path for me here. There's a plan with 3 steps here. And when I click on each one, it will take me to that page in the UI and it will perform actions on my behalf. So here it's sending a prompt to analyze trends. So it's showing me how to do that. It's telling me that I can type analyze trends, but it's doing it on its own. So it sent this message and I got the results. And then I clicked on the next step here and it sent another message and it's showing me everything that I can do. It's really fully integrated and it can act as an agent on my behalf. It's helping me to guide me through the steps by performing actions. Amazing. And now let's improve the search function. With AI search, we can finally allow users to search by what they mean, not by the exact keyword. This AI feature will learn your full database and will use it along with the user's search prompt to deliver the most accurate result. I gave it all the rules and the limitations in this one prompt. I added it to my website as well, and check this out. It added a search option at the top, and here I can type anything I want. Let me search for a UI generator for a SaaS and check out the results. And they're very quick, by the way. It's giving me a custom results page that takes into consideration the user's intent. And here it's explaining how each of these tools is relevant for SaaS products. It even adds suggested actions and related searches. We just implemented a very powerful search engine with one prompt. I don't care what anyone says, AI is amazing. Don't forget to sign up to my newsletter to get that document. It's so much fun implementing these features. You will definitely see a boost in user satisfaction. And I made the prompts universal. That means they will work on any product by leveraging your data and your UI. So make sure you go through them, understand what they are, understand what they do, and then you can customize the prompts if you want. And drop a comment if you need anything, or if you have more ideas on AI implementations. Also, if you find a loophole in any of my prompts or any of the methods, any feedback is highly appreciated. Oh, and here's the full guide on adaptive UI from last week. check it out, and I'll see you next time.